Welcome back to our coverage of Wizards Media Day. Tyus Jones with us now. Tyus, appreciate it, man. How's DC treating you so far?
DC's treating me well. I'm glad to be here. Yeah, just kind of getting situated.
What's been your early impressions of working with Wes Unseld? I feel like you guys are a great fit. From everything I've heard about you and like demeanor-wise, I just feel like you guys are going to get along great. What's that been like?
Yeah, it's been great. It's been great.
You're welcome, by the way, for setting you up to like just praise your coach.
Yeah, right. Thank you for that. But no, yeah, it's been great. Starting to get familiar with Wes. I'm looking forward to just being an extension of him on the court. But like you said, yeah, his demeanor, calm, cool, and collected. And I think that kind of goes right along with me and how I try to approach the game, approach life, honestly. So I'm looking forward to continuing to build that relationship that we got. And yeah, I'm excited for it.
So we were just talking to Kuz, and he talked about how even in like these pickup games, like you're the guy who's kind of like, hey, let's settle it down. Let's get back in our rhythm when things can start to get a little chaotic. Yeah. It's a nice balance of Kyle and JP being chaos agents and you calming things down. Yeah. But you're a fiery competitor. Like there's a burn there that we've seen. I mean, for those of us that have been watching you since Duke, like we've seen it. So how do you keep that competitive fire, but also make sure it's tempered with control of the game? Yeah,
and it's just that's a part of my role. That's a part of my job as a point guard is to kind of keep everyone level, right? The game is full of ups and downs, full of runs and droughts, unfortunately. But just being even keel is just a part of the point guard's role. And but ultimately, yeah, like you said, I'm a competitor. I want to win. That's the most important thing. So it's like everyone's competing out there for that one goal is to win the game. But at the same time, there's different approaches to how we get to there. And but like you said, like mixing myself and my approach with JP's or with Kuz and with Kuz, I think there's a good balance there, and that's kind of what you need.
So I think it's interesting to follow up with kind of the next question I had, because it leads right into it, that idea that you want to just win every game. Like that is the ultimate point of playing this sport. Like it's not a unique thing to you, but there's the way you go about it. But there's also a reality of you've been on a team the last couple of years that's had finals aspirations. Yeah. And now you're at a team that is admitting out loud to everyone, like this is stage one of a rebuild. Yeah. Now, by the same token, you know, I've talked to Wes, I've talked to Will today. Like, we know you guys think that you can win games this year, but it is a different level of outside expectations. So how do you process all of that, the internal, the external, in terms of expectations and where you guys are headed this season?
Yeah, it's about balance. It's about balance, keeping things in perspective, like you said, but at the same time, again, going back to what I just said, we're all competitors. We're all competing. We all hate losing. I think if you ask Wes, if you ask Will, if you ask Michael, like they want to win. Yeah. You know, everybody wants to win, and so we're following their lead. But at the same time, understanding it's a new group, a lot of new faces. You have to build chemistry. There's things that you have to go through ultimately to get to that, you know, that mountaintop. And so it's about, you know, kind of understanding that, but at the same time not accepting failure, not accepting mediocrity.
It's a terrible word.
It is.
Both in, but like you don't want to achieve it in any aspect of life, and also it's very hard to say.
Exactly. But you know what I meant.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, not accepting that and continuing to just work and grind and be in the gym every day and take steps forward as a group, take steps forward individually, and ultimately you look up and now you're where you want to be, and now you're competing, and now you're a contender and things of that nature. So
how has your leadership evolved and your leadership style evolved throughout your career?
Yeah, definitely more vocal now. My first few years I was really I'm a reserved person in general. If you ask anybody, like off the court, I'm pretty quiet to myself. I'm a homebody, things like that. And so that translated onto the court. But I knew for myself to be the player that I wanted to be, I had to kind of get out of that shell. As a point guard, you're not going to be the leader you ultimately can be if you're not vocal. You know, some of the best leaders in this game you've seen, they're extremely vocal. Not all their teammates like them. They hold people accountable, things like that. And so you don't have to be on all the way on that, you know, on that side of the, you know, of things, but you have to have some of that in, you know, as a point guard. You have to have some of that, you know, vocal, being outgoing more, And I think I found a good balance of that, and then just experience, honestly. Just being around, seeing how things go, seeing what works, how to be. I've been a part of some bad teams, I've been a part of some good teams, and so you kind of see, okay, what are the common denominators of the good teams? What are some of the common denominators of the bad teams? What didn't work? What did work? And things like that. So
I'm going to put a pin in all of that, and we're going to have you back on the show because I want to unpack that at length, but you are on a schedule, so I'm going to have to get to my my fun end questions here. First, who do you have in the WNBA Finals?
The Aces.
You're the first person, one, to say the Aces, and two, to not hesitate, and I think those are both good qualities for you. Also, we're doing what we're calling the Whiz Quiz because we're a sports talk radio show, and we're not that creative.
Okay.
And it rhymes, and that's...
Not to interrupt,
yeah.
but I'm going to interrupt.
Okay.
You know how people say that. Not to be rude, but I'm going to be rude.
Yeah. And you're not being rude. It's fine.
Who's like the favorite?
I mean, so far we got 2 or 3 votes, Liberty?
If you include me.
Yeah. Anthony counts. So I'm on the Aces, but I'm also like AC's my homie. So you know that's I'd probably be picking them anyway, but I gotta roll with my homie. But yeah, they should be the favorites. That's the correct answer. All due respect to the Liberty. That's going to be a bad video clip if they win. All right, our Whiz Quiz. Your favorite vacation you've ever been on? Favorite vacation spot?
Dominican Republic.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
What's the place that you still haven't made it to that you want to be your new favorite vacation spot?
Greece.
That is a great call as well.
Working on that.
What's your coffee order?
A medium iced vanilla latte with almond milk.
Okay, almond milk guy.
Simple.
Kuz, straight black coffee.
No comment.
Who's the teammate you trust the most to drive on a road trip?
Okay, so you're still
learning. I know this one might be hard for you.
So I'm gonna say Taj because I played with Taj in Minnesota, so we got
Okay, this one might be hard, but it also might not be. Who's the teammate you least trust to drive on a road trip?
Denny.
That's going to be the consensus answer. I just know it. I almost feel bad. Almost. Best and worst on the aux in the locker room.
Haven't had enough time.
Okay,
I'm the best though.
Okay. Well, that's easy.
I don't know the worst yet.
Okay. So. Give it time. I'm sure it'll happen quickly.
Yeah.
Or maybe it won't because you'll just be like, no, I got it, guys.
Exactly. Hopefully.
All right, last one we're asking. You got one shot on the court outside the paint for $1,000. Where are you taking it from?
I'm taking one shot. Okay, if we're looking at the hoop.
Yeah.
Left corner.
Left corner.
Yep.
She's left corner guy. All right.
Yes,
like it. Nice and easy. Tyus Jones. I'm looking forward to talking the kind of the development of leadership and good teams, bad teams, all that stuff later on in the year. Appreciate it. Tyus Jones with us, everybody.